Hey everyone, welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting and another episode of the Whatever Report, where we hang out for an hour or so and I ramble and you guys give me fun topics to talk about, and yeah, we just hang out. So yeah, we are back on a Saturday doing this. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Let's see what we had here going on. Our tailgaters. Well, I figured out how to get John to not just actually comment, but actually be the number one commenter. He beat GT Key, beat Unruly, and all you had to do was put Storm in the thumbnail. Put Storm in the thumbnail, and John will come. So you get at least one viewer by putting Storm in any thumbnail on YouTube. There you go. GT Key was here tailgating as well, as was Unruly. Gordon is in. Oh, Chance is jumping on me. Gordon is in the house right now. What is going on? Magic Lasso left Target early to watch the show. Thank you for saving your money. Then there you go. Well, I'm glad to be of service. I appreciate you coming to hang out with me. Planet Arizona, what is happening? First weekend off in 3 months. Oh my gosh. The things have gotten done. Well, I can imagine. You probably wasn't really off. I assume you mean off from work, not off from homework. So I bet, you were probably as busy, if not busier, today. George D. Rock. Well, I have to say if somebody will go live later after I do this. I'm about to open something here in just a second that I'm going to sip on for a little bit, although I probably won't sip on it if we go live later because it's 120 proof. So it's probably not. We'll sip on it for a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna do sipping. I'll have to downgrade. Let's see, Jeff, what is happening? My weekend has been good so far. We got a workout in for the first time in forever this morning, and we've been very productive today. So yeah, we're off to a good start. Gordon, let's go down. So. All right. So, yeah. So, speaking of drinking, George wanted to do some drink. Hang on one second. What have you got yourself done here? There you go. There you go, old man. So, there you go. There you go. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can sucker somebody into going live other than me. So, yeah, we are... open another new bottle of bourbon. If you've watched this channel, I live fairly close to the Ben Holiday Distillery. I'm a big fan of their stuff. The things I've had, they've only been kind of actually putting stuff out on the market for about 2 years now, since they reopened it. But I had not gotten a Rickhouse proof yet. So, yeah, 120 proof. This is just their regular bourbon whiskey. They are a screw tap. So, metal screw cap or plastic or whatever. Anyway, screw cap. So no cork pop, but we're gonna open this up, see what we got, see what we're thinking. You got strong smell. What are you doing over here? Saying I'm not ready to settle yet. We were just outside. I know. We went outside literally right before it started. Tried to explain in Tony's show the Flash Gordon book was popular because of a movie. Gotcha Man Battle of the Planets will be popular next month because of Russo Brothers possible. Sure. I don't know. Doing some double duty this evening. Watching show, updating Instagram. There you go. New comic book day pickups. No, I haven't gotten anything come in for a while. We'll get to that in a second. Live action. There you go. Recommendo Gorillas videos. 6 copy of Deadpool Circle Cage #1. All right. You did get here for basically the beginning. We're not quite 5 minutes in, so you're here early, Tacoma. You are here on time, ready to go. So what do we think of this Ben Holiday Rickhouse proof? Let's see what we think. As always, smells like bourbon. That's pretty good though. Get a little. Definitely got the 120 proof. I'm gonna have to give it a minute. The first one is a little bit of Pretty strong on the burn, but like it's got really good flavor. Yeah, we'll have to give that a minute, and then we'll try it again after accommodate a little bit to the 120 here. Pretty good though. I've been a big fan of all their stuff. If you don't know anything about them, if you're a bourbon person, you should look them up. I've been a big fan of all their stuff. Yeah, that's fantastic. So there you go. All right. So yeah. Oh, I didn't put my little banner up, but yeah, banner. What are we drinking? Been a holiday. Rickhouse proof. What is this from? This is from distilled 2016, bottled August 17, 2023. So 6 years, a new charred oak barrels. What do they say here? 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. 120 proof. There you go. So yeah, next, what's coming up on the channel? Obviously we're doing this right now. We are tomorrow night. I'll be over on Whitewell Comics channel playing a little D&D. I think, unless somebody else cancels. We've had one cancellation, so we usually, if we have 2 cancellations, we cancel. We had to cancel last week because of Mother's Day. So fingers crossed we'll get to play this week. So I'll be over there. Monday night will be Cash or Trash. Probably tomorrow, I'll probably put out, I'm through another volume of One Piece because I had to get through it to do my show I did the other night with No Good Comics, talking One Piece. As he's reading it for the first time, I'm doing my reread. So there'll be probably a short tomorrow and then maybe a short Tuesday, wrapping up volume 23. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, depending on how far I get this week, Let's Collect. Emma Frost will be out this week. That's the plan. Let's keep collecting. That's right. I've given it to you. It's all there, man. You got lots of collecting to do. Go get all this. You have every book, every story arc that I mentioned. If you do, then go complete all those runs beyond the story arcs. So yeah. So we're gonna have a little Let's Collect Emma Frost. Hopefully this week. No promises. Dazzler did not win the poll. You did not create enough email accounts for her to win the poll. Let's just see. We'll just go back and we will see. We'll go right to my channel. I don't think she's winning the poll now. Go into the community tab. Last poll, it's been up the whole time. She came in third. Distant third. Emma got 50% of the votes in a 4-way poll. It was a blowout. So, yeah, you didn't vote enough on the poll in my mind. Well, maybe eventually we'll get back to Dazzler. Just because I just did Donna for you. Come on. We'll get to Dazzler at some point. All right. So yeah, that's I'm trying to think. I don't think I have anything. Oh, Wednesday we're gonna do more Black Science. Right, this Wednesday. I think that's what we decided. I believe so. Yeah, we're gonna do more, and then we're gonna take a week off. I think this Wednesday, and then we'll be off. So we'll be doing volume 5 of Black Science. So as we get to the halfway point, myself, D-Runk, or not D-Runk, Bearded and Unruly. Had D-Runk on the brain. She came in lower than the judge. Ow! Shots fired. Since I haven't been buying any X-Men books in the recent past, I'm gonna lean toward no. There's a couple books I'm tempted by of the new X relaunch, but if I buy one, although the Dazzler one sounds fun, with Domino, it's got Domino, who I love. Domino's a character I enjoy a lot. So it does sound fun, but it's probably not. I mean, there's the Storm book, there's the NYX book, there's Extraordinary X-Men that has Emma and Kitty in it. Like, there's way too many. Dazzler is not high enough on my food chain. Sorry, man. Like, there's way too many other. Yeah, passed out. Put them briefcase, doesn't pay for them. Who doesn't put? A, who has a briefcase? B, who's not paying for stuff? I pay for everything, unfortunately. So, well, I got a straggler sticking out there. There he is. Like really long. I can't find him. I'm too far. Anyway. Yeah, so that's the goal for the week. Things that should come out this week. Hopefully we'll get the Emma, and then I don't know what's after that. I think technically, because I'm trying to get caught up, it'll be a non-Marvel, non-DC after Emma. I don't know what the non-Marvel, non-DC will be. It's a good question. It very is. So yeah, you guys have to start thinking about that. I still at some point need to do my discussion of what I'm going to do with the indie show. And if I'm going to keep doing it, or if I'm going to morph it into something else, or what. And then, yeah, I don't know. We'll just figure it out from there. So, let's see what's going on in chat. Yes, I know. I know. This is very true. I saw that the other day. They were talking about that. There used to be 5 teams, and they still haven't caught up, and it's been over 20 years. Yeah. Do a pop culture show. Isn't that what this is? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. You're going to have to tell me what that means, Gordon. I don't know what that means. I can tell you, I'm not really looking to like add content to the channel. Because I just don't really have the time. I would love to do more, but at the $5 I make per video, like $50 a month, maybe I get from YouTube. I put way too much time into this already. So, it is not I'm probably making less than a penny. I'm making pennies an hour at most. So, for the amount of time and work I put into this. So, yeah. I mean, Let's Collect videos literally make like negative per hour. Let's be real. The amount of work that goes into those, for sure. Well, I have, with a job, I have no money. I hate to see it now. Costa Chronicles. Lasso, you are not right, my friend, but you were entertaining as always. All right, so that's the stuff that's coming up on the channel. What did we pick up this week? Nothing. So last week I told you guys that I was like, oh yeah, my books hadn't come, but they should be here. No, it was an off week. I don't know where my brain was at, but no, it was an off week. It was not a Midtown week. They were supposed to come yesterday or today. They did not. So but they weren't supposed to come last week. I don't know where I was at last week on that. Hey, Ray, man, what is going on, sir? So, no, there's nothing. We haven't picked up anything this week. I don't know when we're going to pick up something again. I think we got to get through at least May here before we even think about picking up something else. Although I pulled the trigger on that Sensation, and then I've seen several other deals since then on some other stuff. And it's like, but I don't regret getting it. It's just like, it's just funny. Like, you spend some money, and then it's like, you get opportunities that I wasn't positioned to take advantage of anymore, but that's okay. Let's see. So we'll get off that. What are we reading? Obviously, you guys know what we're reading right now. We're deep in Black Science with Unruly and Bearded. We did Volume 4 this past Wednesday. We're going to do Volume 5 next Wednesday. Obviously, I'm deep in my reread of One Piece. I am through Volume 23, although I haven't dropped the shorts for that one yet, but I talked that with No Good Comics Thursday night. Yeah, I was over on his channel. We were talking about it. He's reading it for the first time. Had a copy of ASM 50 for $325. A nice 7.0. Wow. Yeah. That's a pretty good price. I feel like that's a really good price for 7.0 range. I'd love to have a 50, but there's so many books I'd love to have, but it's just not like a top of the list kind of book for me. Like, yeah, it's not a book that I'll probably ever buy because it'll never be, for the price it takes to do it, it's never going to be at the top of that list probably. But yeah, that's a pretty good price if you're looking for one, for sure. I'm in an autograph show in Pittsburgh. Nice. Naturally buy coins from the show happening next door. Also picked up personal campaign, but no sports cards. There you go. You collect a little bit of everything, Mr. Rayman. I have just, yeah. Have I found Black Science devolves into confusion? I will say Volume 4 was a little confusing at the beginning, but I think for me, it pulled itself around. I'm fine with where we're at this point. At this point, I know a lot of people say it gets very confusing. I've been able to follow it fine, and even when I wasn't quite certain, like I've been able to kind of track it. Obviously, there was some weird stuff at the start of Volume 4. It was almost like he was hallucinating and stuff. But anytime you do multiverse stuff, it gets super confusing. But so far, I'm good. Now, we'll see. I have not started Volume 5 yet. We'll read that probably. Show's Wednesday, so I'll probably read that Monday or Tuesday night. There you go. Bronze Age FF issue. There you go. Sorry, not 50. It was 111. I was gonna say that was this seems like a super low price for a 50. But I was like, maybe I'm just not remembering correctly. But okay, that makes a little more sense. But still, yeah. You know, one of the reasons I would agree with you that I would have been confused if I wasn't reading it at the trade level, for sure. And we're reading it pretty quickly, too. If this is not one kind of like Monstrous, where we keep having to go back like a year later because we're caught up with the releases, this is not one that I would want to read like delayed. I'm glad we're doing this fairly. We're gonna kind of push through Black Science. Greg and Unruly and I are over the next just over a couple month period, because yeah, it would get super confusing. I think. I did not have to pay on my taxes this time, but yeah. But I didn't use. I actually had a return this time. I did not use it for a comic though. I used it for my truck, so getting a topper for the back of my truck. But 100 FFs weren't bad, just overshadowed. Yeah, people have kind of shifted by that point. Second launch is 4 a.m. So blame garbage sleep. You're good, man. You're good. All right, so that brings us to what are we watching? So before we get to the thumbnail, which is obviously a homage to the thing, we'll talk about the other thing I watched this week, kind of. Last night, I was bored. Nobody went live and did what George is wanting us to do, which is live and hang out and drink tonight. Nobody did that last night. So I sat here and watched for the first time. Like, I never watched it when it came out. I don't even know. It's not what I went looking for, but it popped up. Was it on HBO? Was it on Amazon? I don't even remember which app it was on now because I was pulling up all the different, maybe it was Netflix. I don't remember which app I was in even. But Mario, Super Mario, the movie or whatever, the Chris Pratt movie, the Jack Black movie that came out, what, year plus ago at this point? Yeah, that hair is like super long compared to the rest. I don't know what's going on there. You can see it. I watched that last night, and I was entertained. I know a lot of people said it was really good. It entertained the heck out of me. I thought it was really well done. It was a lot of fun. I mean, was it earth changing. And, was it the greatest thing I ever seen? No, but was it fun? Did they do a really good job adapting the material? Yes. Did the actors all do a good job with the characters and the parts? And I love how they kind of play up the over the top sound that Mario has in the games, and then had Chris Pratt talk a little more, bring it down a little bit. I think it would have been super annoying if he'd have been Mario over the whole course of the movie. So I think that actually worked well. I know people were criticizing that casting initially, but I thought he did a good job. Overall, I thought it worked really well. So yeah, I thought they did a fantastic job. Let's see. What are we watching? I was surprised how well Mario was. There, yeah, good. So Fall Guy, I've heard good things about Fall Guy. But I probably won't go to the theater for it. I don't go to the theater very much. I used to go a lot. I have not went to the theater for a long time now. I'm not sure what I will go to the theater for. Probably Deadpool. I'm trying to think if there's anything before Deadpool that I'll go to the theater for. I might go to the theater for Furiosa. I'm going to wait and hear what people are thinking, but I love Fury Road. I'm not a huge fan of the originals. They're fine. They're not. But I love Fury Road. I might go see Furiosa, but I'm not 100% sold yet. I haven't decided. I gotta get back on Disney Plus and binge X-Men 97 before the end of the long weekend. Well, Jeff, just for you, because that's where we're going next. So we will put this up here so you know. So if you want to hang out and just mute for a few minutes, I'm going to talk X-Men 97, and I'm not really going to try to spoil, but there's probably going to be some spoilers. So when this goes off, we'll be done talking X-Men 97, Jeff. So if you don't want spoilers, this is your opportunity to get out till this banner goes away. Yeah, the third one was terrible. All right. How'd I like that X-Men 97 episode? Because I'm going to get labeled as a hater, because I don't think it was the greatest thing ever written or produced or made. But it was fantastic. I thought they did a really good job. The banner was green. I don't know if I could change banner colors. Oh, you can. Because I have my whole theme is the blue. Yeah, I don't remember now how to even change that. Let's see. General. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Anyway, because I have it as blue. I'm a hater. Yes, always have been. I thought it was really well done. I thought the finale lived up to the whole rest of the season. I was a little frustrated that they kind of the finale had the same problems that the whole rest of the season had, which are minor in the grand scheme of things. Was the show really well done? Was it? I just felt like they tried to jam too much in that they didn't give things enough time to breathe. That's my complaint. That's my general complaint for the whole season. And the rest of it's just great. And my complaint in the finale for jamming stuff in is the Phoenix thing. We got the Phoenix for 45 seconds. And then it was just, and that was a thing that happened a lot during the whole season that I hope they felt like in season 1, they were trying to jam so many different story arcs, so many different storylines, so many things into every single episode that at times for me, it felt disjointed. And I was just disappointed that certain things just got moved on from super fast. And and I realized I started with complaints, so I'm going to end with those, I'm going to end those pretty quickly. But that's my major complaint. That's why I don't probably love it on the level that most people do. And then I don't have quite the nostalgia for it that a lot of people do, because it was never my favorite when I was a kid. I liked it when I was a kid, kind of like now. I liked it a lot, but it wasn't my favorite. So yeah, so that's the complaint. We'll get those out of the way. Otherwise, I thought it was fantastic. It was like every other episode, the whole season as a whole. The animation was fantastic. They did give characters some growth. They did give some arcs. I thought the villain was handled well. Bastion was handled well. I don't quite understand how they got sent through time again, but it's the X-Men. Who knows? I'll be very interested to see with Apocalypse showing up in both. I was disappointed we didn't see what happened with Wolverine and Morph because they were still on the asteroid also. So we saw where everyone else ended up, but we didn't see where Wolverine and Morph ended up. So that will be interesting. Wait, did we see where Storm ended up? Was Storm in the past? Like Magneto and Professor X and Rogue and Nightcrawler were all in the past. Jean and Scott were in the future. Did we see where Storm ended up? No, I'm not sure. Now I don't remember. Now I'm blanking on. Tell me if I'm wrong. Like, we did not. Okay, she was the other one. So we did not see where she ended up either. Okay. So, he shall not be named. There you go. Yeah, it was just, they just crammed a lot in. And I just felt like at times it felt a little disjointed because they crammed too much in at a time. But I do think they handled stuff really well. The moment, like, Professor Cyclops hater, I thought the moment where they handled the moment where they talked to the Cable really well. I thought Storm and Cyclops trying to talk Bastion at the end. Professor X and Magneto, like, Charles is something else. I don't know why any of them listen to him at this point, but anyway, the Morph moment with Logan, I thought was really well done. I mean, they've been hinting at that all season, and even then they kind of still just danced around it, but I thought that was really well done. So yeah, I thought it was really violent. I mean, for a cartoon, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. I watch a lot of anime, or I used to watch a lot of anime, so it's not that violent. But overall, again, I thought it was really good. It'll be interesting to see where they go. I know everybody's specking on everything. Onslaught has clearly still been out there. Yeah, I mean, all of it's built off stuff that's been in the comics. Like, there's nothing super original in any of this, which has never been the case for the X-Men show. It's always been built off comic storylines, which is fine. It's great. So yeah, overall, 2 thumbs up. I think it was excellent. I think it hit I do think it's slightly more loved slightly more than it deserves because it hit something that people had been missing for a while in terms of tone and in terms of MCU content. Like, we've had stuff that has not worked as well, and I think this hit a spot for a lot of people. And that's why it's been so loved. I think it's overhyped, but that doesn't mean it's not great. So yeah, so that's all I got. Yeah. I've been saying this for like, like Chuck is, yeah, they should have. I wouldn't trust Chuck as far as I could throw him. Let's just put it that way at this point. Like, he's made so many mistakes. Think he got busted? I don't know. I think they can still do it, but we'll see. Favorite cameo? A friend of mine made a video on it. John made a video on it. Go check it out. Go check out this guy's channel. He made a short, and that's the best cameo. I didn't even notice this cameo, but that's the best cameo. That guy had the best cameo. He spotted it. Oh yeah, that was well done too. Hey Kenneth, what's going on, sir? Mix and Matty B, what's up? I mean, I would love for, and I do think part of my hesitation a little bit is why I'm not over the moon, is although they did give us Nightcrawler toward the end, is we've been missing some of my favorite characters. We've missed a few of them. We got a cameo from Emma. But we really haven't gotten any kind of Kitty or Lockheed stuff, which I would love. We haven't gotten Colossus. We haven't. I felt like Storm sort of got sidelined through a large chunk of the season. So yeah, I missed it all the time. I think it only happens for a second. The fact that he caught it is entertaining the heck out of me. I know. Yeah, a lot of them on the pictures on the wall. There was a lot of cameos there and good characters. So I hope we get some more of those characters going forward. But there's so many good characters. It's just hard to know. And that gray hair is just like, he is out there, man. I don't know how he got so much longer than everybody else. I can't yeah. Yeah, we got Cloak and Dagger. My favorite cameo was probably Pete and MJ in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon costumes. Like her in that yellow sweater thing and him, like that they're wearing the 90s Spider-Man clothes. That was probably, like, for me, is a bigger fan of that show than this one when I was younger. That was probably my favorite cameo. Now that you, like, yeah. Oh my gosh, look at all the gray in there, dude. Like, there's so much gray. It's not even funny. Like, yeah, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I thought that was amazing. I think that was maybe my favorite thing, is the Pete and MJ in the 90s outfits from the show. I think that was probably my favorite cameo. I mean, there was a ton of them, but yeah, I think that was my favorite cameo. So, all right, I've been on this for a while. We're gonna move on. It was excellent. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's excellent. It's worth it. It's a good time. Yeah. So what we got? I think we are up to trying to stay awake. Apparently. So yeah, we're whatever you guys want to talk about at this point. We got how's the dog? Well, he is strangely, he has been doing better this last week than he'd done for a while, after really since the incident where I thought it was over last 10 days ago now, a little more than that. He's actually been doing a lot. He's been a lot more energetic. He's been eating better. I mean, he's still 14 and a half, and he doesn't move very good, and he needs a lot of help. And, but, he seems to be in good spirits, and he seems to be pretty active for as well as he can be at the moment. So, yeah, we're hanging in there for a little bit longer. Yeah. Well, that was one of the things they talked about. It this succeeded. There was people already pushing, now that they've done this, to get us a Spider-Man 97 basically equivalent. And so we finally find out. So we finally fixed the cliffhanger. What happened to MJ? Where did she end up? And actually, address that. So there's been people pushing for that. I don't know that we'll ever get it, but there are definitely people that are pushing for it. So, that's a good question. Disney's been doing the Spider-Man cartoons. So I think those are separate. The animated rights are separate because they've been doing the animated. There's a different thing there. So I do think they actually do have the rights to do. Well, they have to have the rights because they used them in X-Men 97. So in order to even put him in there, they have to have the ability to use him in animation. So, and I know they made that Ultimate Spider-Man, and they made some other stuff not that long ago. Like that was Disney put out. So yeah, I think they do have the rights there. Apparently I'm tired. What else you guys got going on? What to talk about? I'm trying to think what else is going on in my existence. Nothing too exciting, I can't say. Like I said, I need this is true. The Spider-Verse movies are Sony. I don't know. I'm just, you know what, Burglar? I'm just going to throw my hands up and say, I don't know. I have no idea how that works. Like, it's a giant cluster. So, I don't know if they can even do it or if that would have to be Sony. So it's a good question, but they did use him, so I would assume they have to have some ability in order to have those cameos. But you are correct. The Spider-Verse stuff has been Sony. So, gosh dang it. Where's all the honest coming from all of a sudden? Yeah. There's a few books that I have multiple copies of, but not many. I don't try to... Like, most of the books that I have, like, multiple copies are if I have a key and I have a facsimile or something like that. I mean, there are definitely books that I have duplicates. I don't think there's a book that I have, like, 3 of. Unless I have, like, 3 different covers of something, which there are a few books I probably have, like, 3 different covers of. But true duplicate, like, true triplicates, I don't think I have a single book that I have 3 of. And I don't really, like, I've never been one, like, once I have a book, like, I might upgrade a book, but then I usually get rid of the other copy. So, like, hoarding a particular issue or book has never been something that's really interested me. I'm like, oh, I have 2 of these now. And I have a few books I have 2 of, but like if I had 3 books for sure and it's got any value, I'm going to move one of those so I can use that to get something else that I want. So yeah, I don't really do the multiple copy thing. True. Also true. Cable, Blood, and Metal got 5. I have no idea what that means. Travel through the interwebs. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of duplicates when it comes to like a variant cover. And I have a few books that I have a true duplicate of. Not very many, but a few. And then, but I don't think I have triplicates of anything that's not because of variant covers for sure. Well, they've been trying that for years, man. Sony, they've been trying it for years, but Sony wants that money, so they're not like Sony Pictures has all but went under multiple times. Sony has tried to sell Sony Pictures. The problem is, if they sell Sony Pictures, the movie rights revert back for Spider-Man, revert back to Marvel. And the only reason anyone would want to buy Sony Pictures is for the Spider-Man rights. So nobody will buy Sony Pictures from them because they're not getting anything because Sony Pictures doesn't have anything else. So it's kind of this. It's one of those things. It's this weird place where so they're trying to milk it for all the money they can get out of Spider-Man because the rest of Sony Pictures is losing money and is not really worth anything. So we're in this weird place where you kind of just wish Sony would let Sony Pictures go under and get rid of it so that it would go back to Marvel and they could do whatever they wanted with it. But they're not going to sell it back to Marvel for less than a stupid amount of money because they know those movies make huge money and they can steal their cut. Now, there's a few books that like that. Most of them, I would say a large majority of the books that I have like duplicates of is because I thought I didn't think I had it and I had it. So yeah. Yeah. Not on the movie Sony Pictures movies. The movie side. Not Sony TV, Sony Pictures is basically just Spider-Man. I mean, they have rights to a few other things, but so yeah. What are you doing down here, dog? See, I can't get settled. Let's see. All right, what else you guys want to talk about? What else is going on in the world that I should be like commenting on? Probably not commenting on. I saw it. I was tempted last night, and then I saw. I don't know. I don't know if I saw it on. I'm trying to remember. No, it was Netflix. And then I saw the Mario movie, and I watched it instead. And it was good. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I'm glad I watched Super Mario, or whatever it's called. But yeah, I don't know exactly what the table was. I thought Jack Black was excellent as Bowser, and I thought all the actors did a good job with the voices, and no, it was fun. It was just a lot of fun. Apparently, what is number one? Oh, Madam Web. People are watching it because they can watch it for free and just to see just how bad it is. Well, I mean, it's one way to spend money in space. But yeah, good decision. Yeah. Oh my! I have still yet to watch Morbius. I've yet to watch Venom 2. They're all so bad. I have no interest in watching any of them. So, is the Craven movie even going to come out at any point? Like, did I miss it? Did it come out? They realized that. Well, see, that's part of it. Sony has to keep making this crap to keep the rights because if they don't put a movie out every so often, the rights revert back to Marvel also. So yeah, so that's why we have to suffer through Madam Web, and they were talking about an El Muerto movie, and they were talking about I forget what the other random character they were talking about making a movie out of. So Craven dies. Sony goes poop. Now the Spider-Verse stuff is really the animated stuff is fantastic, but they got people doing that to know what they're doing. But yes, all the live action stuff is all terrible, just terrible. That's Charles Barkley would say it's terrible. I don't do a very good Barkley, but yeah. What are you doing? Why do you keep shifting? Yeah. Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, you keep backing up into the corner. You have nowhere to go. Sorry about that. I'm back. Rhino movie, Paul Giamatti needs a job. Oh, goodness. So, Married with Children for an animated. Really? That could be entertaining. That could be super entertaining if it's if it's well done. So yeah, try to clone Peter. That would be her. About the instrument, yeah. No, Sony's just trying to keep though. Sony is doing everything they can to keep the rights to Spider-Man, so the checks from Disney keep coming, so Disney can use Spider-Man in their stuff. That's all it amounts to. So, and they're trying not to lose enough money on those movies to counteract what they make from Disney. So nice. There you go. That's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. So, what else is going on? I don't know. I don't have any. I don't know. we may call this in like 46 minutes. I don't got anything tonight, guys. I'm running out of stuff to talk about. My life is boring, and I didn't really do anything this week other than what I've already told you guys about. And this dog is driving me crazy at the moment. So yeah. We did. We got Daymare, so we lost John. John doesn't watch my show anymore. He doesn't like me. That's what I've decided. I say that knowing that we were chatting back and forth on Instagram a while ago, right before it went live. So I know he's available and free, and he didn't come watch it. For whatever report after party, who's going to host it? Because I don't really want to host it because I want to be able to bail, but I want to bail. Oh. What books am I potentially looking at to purchase? Well, there are the books on my list. Obviously, the books on my list. What we got? Well, where's my current list? That's an old list. Where's the current list? Did I knock it off on the floor again? I probably did and got everything out of order. 2024, there's pickups. Where's my goals? I mean, I'm still looking for Star Spangled Comic 65. That's kind of my grail at the moment. Which, if you don't know what that is, it's a Golden Age book. It's the first Robin solo story. If you've ever read Robin Year One, it's basically that story, just the Golden Age version of that story. Like when they wrote Robin Year One, they built it off of this Star Spangled story. Obviously, it's way expanded and told better and all that kind of stuff. But that is first solo Dick Grayson. That's kind of my grail at the moment. There was one. It was like an 8.0. It was just too much. I wanted it. It was such a nice copy. It was been like second or third highest graded copy that was on eBay early in the year, and it sat there for a long time. And I kept trying to I gotta save up. I get it. And then about the time I got close to where I was thinking about maybe I could pull the trigger, it was gone. So, and I haven't seen one since. So, Batman 35, first Catwoman in her. So there's a couple of Golden Age books. Still looking for Tales of Suspense 52. Waiting for the Craven movie to completely tank ASM 15 so I can get a copy of that. But mostly I've been looking at a lot of gold. Like when I search, I'm looking at a lot of Golden Age stuff. A lot of Golden Age Wonder Woman, a lot of Golden Age Catwoman covers. A lot of Golden Age sci-fi again, which is something that was always on my list of my 50, and I've never pulled the trigger on. So, yeah, I mean, there's lots of other stuff I look at too, but that's the main things. Phoenix Comics weekend. Marv Wolfman's going to be there. Nice. That's awesome. I've never met Marv in person. I need to at some point. I need to. Is a long weekend this weekend? No, we're a couple weekends from Memorial Day weekend. So I guess next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, next weekend. When you've been a party, I think that's the first time anyone has ever implied that I was the party. Because that is usually not the case. Usually just there. Madam Web is the worst comic-related movie I've ever seen. Worse than Catwoman with Halle Berry. Really? Worse than... I'm trying to think what's the worst. Anything worse than Catwoman? The Electra movie's pretty bad. The only redeeming thing in the Catwoman movie is Halle Berry. The only redeeming thing in the Electra movie is Jennifer Garner. What else is a really terrible comic book movie? Those are up there. Glad to see you, Kachung. I hope you and Delphi are doing wonderful. Nightwing 1 million. I am still looking for that. I still need that Nightwing 1 million to complete my Nightwing Volume 2 run. Yes. I'm looking at them. I'm not pulling the trigger on them, probably, but I'm looking at them. Mm-hmm. Detective Comics 10, pre-Batman tech. Strangely, they don't go for that much. I mean, they don't go for as much as you would think. Let me put it that way. They still like such a books. I don't know. It depends on the condition. But if it's in good shape, then it's probably worth trying to grade. Yeah. I never saw the Fantastic Four reboot. Lasso. So I cannot compare those two. I know I cannot. Lucky you. Oh, Nick Fury, David Hasselhoff. Oh my gosh, that was made for TV, but right? Was it made for TV? But yes. Yeah. Oh, Steel was Shaq. Yeah, worse than David Fury. That might you guys might have found it. You might have found the worst one. Yeah, Steel is up there too for sure. Don't watch it ever. Clooney's Batman and Robin with Arnold's Mr. Freeze and the absolutely terrible Bane and Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy is a bad movie. There's no doubt about it. Like, if you find quarter bins, 50-cent bins, I just haven't stumbled across a good, a reasonable condition copy since I've been looking to try to finish it. That's really what it amounts to. But yeah, it should be in like quarter and nickel, 50-cent bins. Why am I not surprised by this? Why do I 100% believe you saw that somewhere and were like, I'm gonna get that? Like, you were like excited to buy it. I know for a fact you were excited to buy it. Released on DVD at Best Buy. There you go. Was it 90s even? Was it late 80s? Yeah, I think it was 90s. I think you're right. There's a really bad Captain America movie. There's a really bad Fantastic Four movie that never actually got released that they made most of. Yeah. I actually buy a copy of the Nick Fury movie with Cross Path. There you go. Oh, goodness gracious. How did we get on bad comic book movies? What we did. See, Dave Ayers or D-Rock needs to go live, and then I'll just come join them. But what else? We got 6 minutes. What do you guys? How are we going to kill 6 minutes? It does what now? Are you serious? People will buy anything. $50 to $100? Why do you still own it? Like, no praise for 20K. Um, yeah, they have a moving file line, but we're interested. Okay, so it's hard to find. Being hard to find does not make something valuable. doesn't doesn't make something valuable. I know it was never released, yes, but it's out there. You can find it. Um, favorite artist, least favorite artist. Those are interesting questions. I'm a big fan of, from a cover artist standpoint. You guys know I'm a huge Frism fan. Trash makes it valuable. Trash makes it valuable. Well, you might stumble across it again somewhere. You never know. Probably a lot. One man's trash. Later, continuing. I don't know if I'll still be here. We'll see. Getting back to Jeff's question. Big fan of Frisian on covers. There's some other cover artists I really like. But consistency, like I love her consistency. I've grown to dislike Romita Jr. as well. He is not his Spider-Man. His current Spider-Man run has been trash. I'm not a big Frank Quietly. Like people love some of his stuff. I'm not a big fan. I've never it's never worked for me. I'm trying to think. I hate to be negative on people, but I mean, there's artists out there. Most of the artists I really don't like. I couldn't even tell you their names. Like I see their stuff, and I don't even invest enough to figure out who it is. It's just like, oh. There was somebody that did some issues of Black Cat early on, like the interiors, that were awful. I mean, awful. I don't remember who that was. I can tell you. Let's just see. Hang on. Who did those horrendous issues of Black Cat? Let's pull up my CLC. Black Cat. Scroll down here far enough to find it. Black Cat, 1 through 7. I want to say somewhere around issue 5. Travel Foreman. Let's see, is that right? Issue 4. Travel Foreman, issue 6. Michael Dowling. What is happening? Why am I getting... I don't know why I somehow lost it, but I think it's the Travel Foreman guy. It was terrible. Terrible. Well, yeah, Frank Miller now is not what he once was. No. He just can't do it anymore. Gen X movie. I didn't even know they made a Gen X movie. Interesting. I've never watched the New Mutants movie. I kind of want to, but I've never watched it. I think Jim Lee, Marvel. That's why Marvel. Why Marvel? I really like Jim Lee, like his Batman stuff, and some of his stuff I've really liked over the years. But he doesn't really do interiors anymore. Interior stuff, I am a big fan of Dodderman. I'm a big fan of Jorge Jimenez, who does interiors. I'm a big fan of right now of Bruno Redondo, who does the Nightwing stuff. I'm a big fan of gosh dang it. I'm blanking. I mean, those are some of my favorites. I'm blanking on somebody else. Like the new movie. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I feel like Diodato is a little inconsistent for me, but I do generally like his stuff. I wouldn't put him as a fave, but I do generally like his stuff. Trying to think. Oh, gracious. Let me see here. Here's some other folks. I mean, from covers, I know my man John is big into Nakayama yet. He's solid. I find him a little inconsistent. When I find that I either absolutely think it's fantastic, or I don't like it all. Like there's generally zero in between. It's either like this is phenomenal and this is you covers, or this is bleh. And that's Jeff DeGaulle. Like there's a ton of his stuff that I absolutely love, and then I'll see one and I'm like, what? Who is this? Is this even the same guy? So like, yeah. I don't know. There you go. That's the best I got. They were going to say something. All right, we are at the hour mark. I'm going to wrap this up. If somebody sends me a link, I'll join them for something later, but I'm not setting anything up because I'm lazy. And yeah, that hair is just killing me. Like that, it's just out there. How long is it? Is it where's it at? Why can't I not feel it? Why does it feel like it's like an optical illusion? Because it's not. I move my finger and it's not. It's not moving. What's going on? This is very weird. Oh, I moved it that time. Did I? I don't think I did. It's there, but I can't touch it. The dream is dead. Sorry, buddy. I mean, he's a little inconsistent for me too. Sometimes I don't know, or something about his style that I have like a little bit of a love-hate relationship with. I think who else? There's another artist that I really love that does interior stuff right now that I'm freaking blanking on that I absolutely love. And I cannot think of it for the life of me. So, well, bye, Gordon. I did say I was leaving, but. All right, gang. Yeah, we're at our hour mark. I think I'm gonna call it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm sorry to kill George's dream, but I'm the fuddy duddy. It's me. I'm the problem. Yes. Sorry. I really like Dotterman. Yeah, Dotterman's great. He really is. I think he does a fantastic job. I think I cannot think of this other artist. Gosh dang it. I'm not gonna think of it. Anyway. I'm done. I can't think of who else I'm okay. I did. All right, on that note, I can't top that. So we're gonna get out of here. Thanks, guys. We will catch you later.